Welcome everyone to the video, and today we are going to talk about probably the most important topic, so stay tuned and stick in for this. This is going to be a long video. We are going to talk about getting the max amount of resources in every game mode. So, for this game, we have Dragons, Legendary Assault. Your rewards will vary based on how your alliance will do it. Then you have the next mode, which is Tower Mode, the Crowns Challenge. This is going to be something that has 4 different towers. You will have your strengths and your weaknesses. Then we have also events, which are not currently up as I'm recording this video. We have raids, getting your raid rewards weekly, and also hunting for resources like right here, 13,000 bread. That is a good thing in the bread shortage. And then we have finally the last one, which is trials. And to build your team for trials, it's not that hard. So we're not even going to cover trials. So let's get on to what we have and what I recommend. So every day, you will get the Red God's Altar. You will get Melisandre, you will get Beric, and you will get Stannis. Some people, including myself, have gotten 100 shards. Otherwise, you will get a lot of 5 shards over time. So you will be able to build these characters. Now, why am I saying this? Is because I recommend going bullish and strong on the Baratheons. They cover so much. Now, before I get into my plan, the number one team to invest in are the Greens. The Greens is a faction that hits raids, dragons, events, trials too, and the tower. They have their own tower. So, if you are a spender, this is your team to go by. If you want to dominate events, you will need the Greens plus Rhaenyra at 5 stars and Stannis at 6 stars. If you have that combination, and even if you have the Greens at 4 star to 6 star, you will dominate events and get your gear. So where does that leave the other people for events, for people that do not have the investment for the Greens? Well, I recommend the good old Baratheons. The Baratheons have a very nice function where you're able to get gem damage the more members you have. Now, when you're picking for events, when you're picking the bonus character in the egg event, you are going to go for Rhaenyra because Rhaenyra has the best lead in the game for events. When an enemy is defeated, she will create 1 to 2 power-ups depending on how many stars you have her. That is a powerful ability because the less turns you take, the higher your score. So blowing things up and creating stamina makes it happen. So let's talk about now for the tokens that you're going to get and how you're going to acquire things. So we talked about the Red God Altar, how you're going to get Beric, Melisandre, and Stannis. They're all viable for the towers. The Baratheons have their own tower. You are also going to get green summons here and gold dragons. Make sure to watch the ad every day so you get 2 chances to get these characters and other resources. Now, we're going to get into the types of summons. So when you're playing the tower, when you're playing trials and other events, you are going to be getting a lot of these red tokens. Now, in the red tokens, you can get Alistair, who is very important, hits a tower, provides lots of sustain, which is helpful. He has the best shield in the game. You are also going to get Lord of Bones, who is an amazing character for an ice team. The new Starks have an issue with creating enough ice. Lord of Bones does an AoE ice for everyone, and then when an enemy is defeated, 1 ice is granted to all the enemies. So he is super important. You also have the Hound, Sandor, who he is important for the Baratheon team. You are going to be getting shards of Sandor in here. You are also going to get Arya, who is a heavy hitter for the Starks. You are going to get Red John, who isn't as potent as before, but he still can help you in the tower. And you're going to get Zaro, who could help in the pit. Commons, I would not worry about the commons as most of them have been nerfed. So you are going to be getting a lot of red summon tokens. You have to use the best teams you could possibly use for the events and for the towers. Now, you are going to be getting another thing for the towers is you're going to be getting a lot of purple summons. You're going to be getting these grand summon tokens. And these grand summon tokens are going to help you out a lot. My suggestion is to go for 4 to 5 stars on the characters I'm going to mention, and then move on to the next. You're going to work on your teams. The first character that I highly recommend for the blue summons, the purple summons, is Varys. Varys is a member of the Baratheons, so he will give you more gem damage and you will work on him. He also has a defense down ability, which is super critical in defeating enemies with Renew, like Sansa and Caitlyn, who just heal tons of amounts. So reducing the defense there. He also scouts and grants his allies gem crit. Very important. You get him in the purple summons. He also covers 2 towers. This is a character who can hit 2 towers, so you're going to get a character that's useful and get you more resources. He is highly recommended. In the purple summons, you are also going to get Beric, which you can use in that same tower with Varys if you need. Beric is also a great tank who revives and creates fire. Great for a fire team. You are not going to be doing a fire team anytime soon, but that is for the very future, the very end. Now, next we have a character that hits 2 towers as well, and he is Theon Greyjoy. He is a Greyjoy and he is a Stark. So he is going to hit the Stark tower. He has an incredible attack. It's a fast speed move. He is your nuker. He creates ice. He creates bonus ice. He is in 2 towers, so he is very helpful, and he will do lots of great things for you. He is also very good against dragons, and if you want to build a Stark team for raid, he will do the job. Once you get these characters going, you're going to want to move on to Brienne of Tarth. Brienne of Tarth in the green summon, you are going to get Brienne, who is also a member of the Baratheons, giving you gem damage. She provides shield, so you will be able to potentially run a shield team as well. And also in that summon, you will get Marjorie Tyrell, who does renew triage healing, and she could be used in the tower as well to provide more sustain. So, you're going to be getting a lot of purple summons over the course of time with your dragon battles, with your trials, with your events, and with the tower. You're going to be getting a lot in the tower. So, these are your purple summons. Then, finally, you are going to move on to the blue. The blue is ready to go right here. You are going to get Samwell, who is going to be used in the Night Watch Tower, as well as Ned Stark. Ned Stark is going to be great for the dragons, and he will be solid for a raid team for your Starks as well. He is not good for events, but he is good for the tower. He is good for the raid battles, and he is also good for the dragons. So those are your purple summons to focus on. Now, the best summons to hit with your green tokens, your green summons, the first one is definitely going Baratheons. You gotta go with Stannis and Melisandre. Stannis, Melisandre, and Davos all come in the pack. They are super important. His leadership ability gives 25% gem damage and also will remove 3 debuffs and destroy gems and power-ups when you defeat an enemy. I am telling you, the Baratheon Tower has been so easy for me by just using the Baratheon team, just focusing on the Baratheons. This is a super summon to go for. The next one you're going to want to go for the summons this is your cheat code for the tower. I forget the name right now, but the tower that is very hard for most people. You will use Baelish and Theon and Varys on the same team. Baelish does an incredible strong nuke. He will take out those Sansas and Caitlyn's with ease. He will also grant everyone a shield when an enemy is defeated as long as he has a shield on him every turn. Every turn. And this will let you play out the tower slower, build up the shields on the team, and give you tons of sustain. It is highly recommended Baelish, Theon, Varys for that tower. It is a tough tower, but with this team, it is like a cheat code. While you're getting Baelish, you're also going to get Caitlyn Stark, who is a wonderful member of the Stark faction. She's great for dragons, she's great for raid, and she's great for the tower. She has Renew in her ability, which grants health every turn, giving it to you. So you have her on the team, you have her with someone like Sansa, and you have tons of Renew. That will help you get through the Stark tower. Then, to give you the dragon edge, as you've done this, you are going to want to go for, and this is later on down the road, King in the North and Ghost. They have just buffed King of the North, where he is much stronger, he is more reliable, and you do get a lot of stamina with him. Ghost does minus 10% defense on an enemy. On dragons, this is huge. He also hits much harder. The Starks are very good. The Starks will get you through a lot of things. They are a good raid team. With this team that I've mentioned below, this is my dragon team that I am using. These are all the characters that I have mentioned in the game plan. It is going to take you a while to get these characters. As I said, I recommend getting them to 4 stars and then moving on to the next set. Then eventually you're going to want to get them to 5 stars. But this is the team I am using in dragon battles and doing very, very well. Let's see what else we have on here. So, just to go over everything, the greens. If you're a spender, the greens. This is your summon. We light the way. You have 3 of the greens. Then for Rook's Rest, you can buy summons, or you could get them organically for Sunfire, Aegon, and also for Kristen. Now, once you have the greens, you're going to need Rhaenyra, and you're going to need Stannis. That will help you with events. Now, events do not give green tokens anymore. They do give gold dragons, legendary gear, the books. You also need to be working on your skills. Your skills are super important. You need these expert skill books. And the best way to get the expert skill books are through events. Make sure to enter your events as late as possible to give you a best shot. If you start early, you will be against the whales and you will lose. So try to enter and have patience at a later time. Work on your skills. The towers will give you at level 75, they will give you 5 expert skill books. These are valued at $1 a pop if you're going to buy them. That's $5 right there. And then if you can master a tower and get to 100 and beat it, you're going to get 10 skill books. So you're going to get a total of 15 of these skill books per tower. Now for the towers, it's okay to be weak on a tower. Notice I did not focus on the Great Pit of Dazdan. That is a money pit. That is a trap. That is for mostly whales. If you are a light spender, you're going to focus on the Stormlands, Crownlands, and Night Watch Tower. These are going to be your towers to give you your resources. Whatever you have left over, go for the Great Pit. That is fine. But focus on towers that you can get to level 75 and 100 for maximum resources. The tower is a great way to get lots of summons and fuel up your roster. If you follow this guide, you will have a solid team for dragons. You will have a solid team for events. You will have a solid team for raids. In matter of fact, while you're doing this, if you want to have the shield team, you can make your own very shield team as well, because you're going to want Baelish for the Crownlands. You're going to want Baelish for the Crownlands. He is a cheat code. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment below. Let me know what you think. I wish you the best of success. This is probably one of my most important videos. And thank you to the guys on the Discord that mentioned this video to make. So I also have to thank my VIPs for supporting the channel. Thank you guys for making great things happen like giveaways and other wonderful benefits for the server and channel. Thank you, Sir Oliver Shin, Dennis Hammersley, Morinar, Hillary Goldstein, Run and Ron Reacts, Jen Hunt, Andy Hazard, Zivitar, Torin McLaurin, Don Shen. You guys are awesome. You rock. And I thank you very much. For the rest of you, thanks for supporting the channel. And I will talk to you in the next video. Take care.